on to the game we're actually trying to finish tonight. We already finished the game tonight. That's got to be a new Viperland record, right? Well, there's no other game we've beaten in 20 minutes. Beaten and platinumed in 20 minutes. Ooh, that's those are trophies that will forever be on my account. I can't untrophy those trophies. Ooh, all right, hold on. I actually have to click that real quick. There we go. Cool. We've reached an update on the hostage situation. The 56-year-old male suspect who announced his intent to commit mass murder in Sumida City today had taken a woman hostage and gone on the run. But was found by the police in a park in Sumida after 4 p.m. and is confirmed dead. The weapon the suspect was said to possess was nowhere to be found on site, and his whereabouts are currently unknown. Furthermore, the female hostage was not present, and the search for her continues. Presumably that'll change if we do the police one, right? Simp did it. Wait, Simp didn't get a spot in the endgame screenshot. Ripped off. Interesting. If it's being reported on the news, then that lends credence to her story. Well then, how should I proceed? Is this what it's like to be rushing to one's doom? I don't know why I thought it would change. He was quite shaken just moments ago, but he seems better now. You'd think it'd be harder for him to keep his cool. Anyways, I should ask about her side of the story. Oh yeah, I forgot she was right here. Well, just like I said, right? The female hostage mentioned on the news just now. It must have been you. It means you killed Nejima with your own curse stone? Well, you said you'd give me the refuge, so I came to take you up on that offer. What are you planning? Me? Well, obviously. I'm on to my last resort. Good. Yeah, unfortunately, this does mean if episode 2 ever comes out, we are duty-bound to play it. I wonder what her intentions are. How is she able to act like nothing happened? Is this just how girls are these days? Yes, this is just how girls are. Curse bearer? You're a curse bearer with a curse stone too, right? Are you surprised? Yes, I have a curse stone of my own. It's the Taika of Sugaru. Then why go after other people's curse stones? Because killing people is bad, you know? Don't you think so too? Ooh. Honestly, if we're playing this out in character, I really think she's leaning this way. I wonder. No, you're the type of lady who's willing to sacrifice anything for the sake of your goals? Man, it sure ain't good. People will question where your parents went wrong, you know? Well, people can be harsh. Either way, that's why I wanted to only use soul dregs gathered by others. But that didn't work out in the end. No one had the backbone to use their curse. The world's gone soft. With no one mercilessly using their curse in pursuit of their own goals, I had to take matters into my own hands. Now people might be wondering where your parents went wrong, hmm? Well, I suppose, huh? But it had to be done. You say. I heard Namigaki, that young man you were with, used his curse stone too. How do you know that? Creepy much? Are you stalking me? I may have heard it from a detective I know. There it is. Cops. Bet you know a bunch. I know your type. People who boast just because they know a couple of cops. The police is filled with nothing but scum. My, you seem to hold quite a grudge against the force. Speaking of, this guy's really creeping me out. What's the deal with him anyway? You can explain. Even the way he moves is all weird and exaggerated. Yeah, he's a JoJo character. Right. I haven't introduced myself yet. No. No thank you. Wow! No. Imagine just trying to introduce yourself to somebody you've been sharing a room with for several minutes and having a conversation with. They're like, no, that's okay. Wow! Okay. Yep, her side of the story. So what were we talking about again? Alright, Yutaro Namigaki. He's no good, honestly. was such a wuss, I had to spur him on so many times for him to even use his curse, and even then he was pissing his pants. Just when I take my eyes off him, he hands over his curse stone to someone. Honestly, he's a disappointment. So that's what happened? Which is why I figured I had to do it myself if I wanted it done right, you know? That's what my last resort is, collecting soul dregs on my own. Let me introduce myself. It's hard to talk as strangers. Is it? And are you okay telling me who you are? Well, I won't stop you. Do as you please. Well, I'm Harue Shigimo, and this is my house. My father and husband are both with the police. Is that so? Then you know that cops are just the worst people, right? Well, there are certainly many who are cold, especially with their own family. In a police family, one is always expected to just grin and bear it no matter what happens. God, I know, right? What a relief, you understand. I think we might get along. Oh, well, I'm glad then. And I'm Richter Kai, private investigator. Did I ask? But, you're an investigator. That face is also great. So your job is to sneak around and follow people to pry into their secrets, right? Is that why you keep probing with all these questions? Ew. Guess there's not much I can do to change that terrible impression you got of me. Hey lady, why are you working with this dude? I asked him to look into something for me. Really? It's just that he keeps looking this way. Okay. I really can't get a handle on exactly what she's like. Her. Isn't your father a police officer as well? That man is not my father, not in name or deed. Sounds like there's some bad blood there. I've already legally cut all ties. He even had the nerve to act all high and mighty today and still refused to help me. You met him today? Yes, today. Remember that Chief Susumi who's chasing Nejima? Well, that's him, my dad. What? You're his daughter? Former daughter, I've cut ties. Never acted like a father, so he doesn't deserve the title. You know, I heard something about that Nejima guy. Apparently he wanted to get revenge on Chief Inspector Susumi for his arrest by going after his daughter. Wait, really? I heard the police have been searching non-stop to take you into protective custody. That explains why the police were staking at your place today, too. How could I have known that? They came in such intimidating numbers. Wait, huh? Hold on a minute. Doesn't that mean that Nejima was specifically after my life today? Yes. Sounds about right. It's a good thing you got out unscathed, or rather managed to turn the tables on him. That means, legally speaking, it was self-defense. It truly was quite frightening. To think I'd have to go through this just for being related to a cop. It's a disgrace. It really is, to cause their own child such trouble. I'm sorry. It's okay. You're not the one that needs to apologize, lady. I'm sorry. It just reminded me of what happened to my son. Your son? What happened? My child was also kidnapped and murdered in order to enact revenge against the police, you see. What? How awful! That's terrible! I'm sorry to hear that. Now that you say it, I do remember hearing about an incident like that last year. That must have been your son, huh? My condolences. Wasn't that... Didn't the police do a very good job of covering that up? How does she know? When other cops know... Yeah, I get it. Her dad's somebody, like, actually big in the police. We don't really know his exact... Like, do we? We don't know her dad's exact placement in the cops right now, but, like... So when, like, his grandson got murdered, it's like, oh, damn. But we've been told multiple times they kept that under wraps. Very well. Sure, it's fine. The very top, okay. Like, if they had... Yeah, like, he's up there. So when you were taken hostage by Nejima, you used the curse stone in the gardens and swiftly made your getaway? Well, yeah. I didn't really have time to think of it. At the time, I only thought of how to get out of there. Then, what about now? Could you use it again, your curse stone? Well, the curse stone doesn't respond during the day, but it's evening now. So I tried using the curse just now, and yep, it seems I activated it. What? You're using it now? Might still be a little weak. I guess it's not supposed to be used repeatedly. I think I get it to work once more. Oh? That's so. Sure it is. So I'll give you a final warning. It's already started, so be careful. It started? What started? The curse, of course. All that's left is for the condition to be fulfilled. Cool. Thanks. Calm down, ma'am. If using a curse, one would target a curse bearer. She activated a curse. The curse stones can be used already? Let my guard down. I didn't think it could be used this early in the evening. Ma'am, please calm down. What should I do? Should I keep her talking? Holy crap. Okay. So we know she doesn't have a light on her, otherwise we could automatically activate ours, so that doesn't matter. She's not going to tell us the conditions. We know which curse stone. I refuse to beg, because I don't think she would. What are the haunting clappers? Asking her what ours is? I don't know. What's her family like? Why me is a decent one. Nejima's death is a decent one. What's the Taiko Saguru? Decent. What's Nejima's curse stone? What are the 7 mysteries? What do you desire? A lot of the ones on the left one I feel don't matter. I feel like those don't matter. Maybe this one. I'm leaning towards Nejima's death, why me, or what do you desire? I feel like those are the 3 that stand out to me. That said, with this many choices, I don't know if it matters. I'm going with what do you desire? No, instead of talking about that, how about we talk about why you're so shaken? As I thought, you have a curse stone too. You're a curse bearer, aren't you, lady? It's too late to say yes, but yes I am. I'm sure you've already noticed. Well, yeah, around last night it was a little too obvious. Judging by your address, I'm guessing you've got the haunting clappers. Yes, that's right. A lot of soul drags on the table for killing a curse bearer, you know. I'm well aware. Did you get soul drags when you killed Nejima? Oh, sorry, wrong voice. Of course, his curse stone already contains some soul drags as well. I think killing one more curse bearer will be enough for the rite. You can combine soul drags across several stones? Correct, all it needs is the prerequisite amount. As long as you've got that, it doesn't seem to matter where you got them from. Let's see. Then, you won't mind if I took them, right? My lady. You're quite motivated, aren't you, ma'am? I feel like going straight to this gives it away, right? I'm gonna try to get her more on edge. I don't know what her condition is, but I feel like the more on edge we get her, the better things would go for us. Your father, the chief inspector. I met him not too long ago. We were told by Richter to not use the curses. We clearly want to use the curse. She's clearly trying to kill us. I'm gonna see it through and stand my ground and not use it, but I honestly don't know of another way out of this, and I think it's gonna end up with us dead. But I'm willing to see how it goes. Oh, really? Came off a little stiff and awkward. Huh, there's the surprise. There was something charming about his seriousness, and he seemed like he cared a lot about his daughter. Please cut it out. It's gross. You don't know a thing about us. Outsiders shouldn't butt into another family's affairs. Though he may as well be a stranger to me now. Even if you've cut legal ties, you're still related by blood. No, we're not related at all. You probably thought that I never noticed it, but it wasn't hard for me to figure out that I wasn't related to them by blood. You were adopted? Well, I got curious, so I looked into it. It was all pretty straightforward. I was a baby when they took me in. All they did was raise me. My mother first got pregnant shortly after she married. But it was a stillbirth. The whole affair left a deep wound on her heart. My father couldn't bear to see it. So it was for her sake that he did it. I was a substitute. A replacement for the child she lost. He decided that all by himself. We didn't discuss it. Maybe he was trying to be thoughtful. So any baby would have been fine, as long as it could be comforted. It could have comforted the woman who hoped to become a mother. Putting it in such a way. It's not easy to raise a child. My mother was bewildered, wouldn't you be, after being told to raise a baby that wasn't your own? But she couldn't just abandon the baby either. Yet my father just left everything to my mother and never lent a hand. He's so damn selfish. The two of them grew apart. I watched them try and figure out how to understand each other, and the sight of it disgusted me. It was a messed up family, I tell you. Well, I guess my presence was to blame for that rift to begin with. You shouldn't say that. I know he's bad at expressing himself, and has his work, but still, that shouldn't be an excuse. But knowing all that, I couldn't take it anymore. It just made me want to hurry up and leave home and live on my own. I still rely on him for tuition and allowance, but that much is normal for most kids, right? Oh, you've cut all legal ties, but you still have him pay for your stuff. I don't want him to start acting like he's my father now, just because he's doing the minimum. Sorry to hear that. Sounds like it was tough for all of you. I'm sorry, you're right, it's not my place to talk about your family. Oh well, I may have said too much. I think I spilled all that when I don't even know what the conditions are. Could it be that what we were talking about had something to do with the activation condition for the haunting clappers? Who knows, How did you kill Fumichika Nejima? I'm not telling you. I only asked because it doesn't concern me. Or it does concern me. It was one of the reasons my child was kidnapped. Not much to say. We talked, and he cleared the condition for my stone. Does he show any signs of remorse over his past crimes? Didn't feel like he did now. I see. The world is full of trash men, I tell you. I agree. Rick is sitting here like, please don't use the curse stone, and also don't kill me. In a way, I guess you could say you put a stop to Nejima's mass murder schemes. I was going to say, what if her curse only activates when we try to use a curse? But isn't that the other one? Wasn't that the Wandering Light? Wasn't that one activate? Oh, I mean, there could be two that share a similar activation. Kind of like, the feet. But, yeah. Yes, you could say put a stop to Nejima's mass murder schemes. Huh, about that. There's no guarantee that I won't do it myself. Huh? I picked up his curse stone of the one-sided reed. It really is something else. Unfortunately, I can't use a curse stone that's not mine until it's late at night. Really? Are you okay with telling me that? Ah, how silly of me. I let that slip. Teehee. That's good, because it sounds like whatever the one-sided stone was, it's broken as hell. I don't know what it is, but it sounds broken. Just... What is your wish, Ayame? Is it really to resurrect Katsushika Hokusai? Yes, there's no life that holds more value than his. Including my own. Saying you'd be willing to die if it meant bringing Hokusai back to life? Not all life is equal. At least not to me. A life that can birth art with the power to move hearts is infinitely more worthy. Compared to that, the life of someone like me, someone that can't produce a thing, has no value. It's unhinged. I'm still young. It's the age for wild thoughts. But, aren't you the same as me? Right? You've got a life more important than your own. A life you consider more important than the lives of many others. That's what you're doing it all for, isn't it? Yes, you're right. I can save my son. Couldn't care less about my life, or the lives of others. It's unhinged now. I'm a mother. It is what it is. The feelings of a proper parent is something else. But if that's your wish, then what do you plan on doing if you don't get your wish? Oh, I haven't thought of it. I might just keep on trying to bring Hokusai back some other way. You really are obsessed. You and Ihaku's chairwoman might be cut from the same cloth. Who's that? She's an all-powerful vortex of obsession turned to yokai-level proportions. You're saying I'll end up like her? Are you looking forward to such a future? I'd rather not have to wait till I'm old and creaking. I want it to happen now. I'll put my life on the line for Hokusai. Yeah, we did notice. Listen, I have something to ask you. No, the answer's no. The curse stone in your possession, I'm not giving it up. You're right. We're both made of stronger stuff than that. You're not giving it up. And neither am I. You know full well, right? But there's no room left for negotiation here. You're right. It's not. Okay. Do you smoke? Well, a little. Feel free to smoke if you want to, please. I'm okay. I don't see any ashtrays out on display either. Does no one smoke in this family? A little rare, isn't it? Nobody in the family does. Then why did you ask me if I did all of a sudden? Well, There's no room left for negotiations here. So we have to burn her? There's no way out of this besides burn her? Or attempt to? Alright. Well. Did you try to use your curse just now? It seems I didn't meet your curse's conditions. Wonder if it was smart to secretly toss the letter I was carrying earlier. Yeah, I wonder if it was smart that you happen to know. When did... Made a mistake when you decided to ask me about smoking. Yeah. The source of fire is a condition for your stone, then you won't see me falling for it now. You wasted your chance with all this chatter. All you needed to do was activate your curse first. Brought everything Nejima had on him, including the lighter he was holding. But it's over now. Yes, I concede. Alrighty. With your cards on the table, you're out of options. Might be possible for Mr. Investigator there to pin me down by force. But he's not going to do that, is he? Correct, I won't take the risk, not while your curse conditions are unknown. Came to kill you and acquire your soul dregs, but after hearing you out, I got a question for you. Why don't you just give up on the right of resurrection? You said it was your son, right? The one you want to bring back? But haven't you done enough? I'm sure your son is content knowing you cared for him this much. I'm truly willing to die to resurrect Hokusai, but you can't say the same, right? If you're going to bring your son back, you have to be alive as well, right? In fact, what you really want is for both of you to live, right? Yes. Well, even if you both live to see it, your son would grow up knowing you for who you are, someone who stole the lives of others to bring him back. You would be putting the burden of shouldering all the lives sacrificed for him on his little shoulders. Are you really okay with that? You didn't even think about that. Then what are you doing? What you're doing is not for your son. For yourself. Aren't you just bringing him back to fulfill your own desires? That's not... what she's saying may be harsh, but holds a kernel of truth. Don't reduce yourself to nothing but a mother who would sacrifice anything for her son. That's not... You discovered the truth behind his kidnapping. Next, you should take some time to come to understand your own feelings. Up to every step of the way, getting to the heart of things is what an investigator does. What will you do? Men, if you relinquish the curse stone to a curse bearer, you will no longer be a curse bearer. You won't be a target anymore. Anime is giving you a chance. Think hard, and then give your answer. It really seems like the right thing to do is to give it up. Very well. Here. Thanks. Glad you could see reason. Ma'am, you made the right choice. Dang, you really didn't collect any soul dregs, huh? Promised myself that if I ever used it, it would be only once. But in the end, it didn't come down to numbers. So they only need to be carrying a flame. This seems pretty practical. Well, I'll be taking my leave then. There's no point in going after you for soul dregs, so I'm off to the next curse bearer. You know who remains? Speak as if you've already figured it out. I've got a pretty good idea from our talk. What will you do? Do you plan to stop me? It's not my place to intervene. All right then. Hey, lady, can I borrow your phone? I don't mind, but who are you calling? The cops. I think it would be faster if I called them directly. All right. Oh, we can get a different ending from that. Yeah. Let's just see what happens if we burn a nader, you know? I stand by my decisions as the path I'd want to take for this, but now that we've cleared it with the path I want to take, let's see what murder gets us, you know. Curse bearer, yes. Productions. Curse. Introductions. Curse. We picked that one, but it doesn't matter. Yes. Man, please think this through. Well, I mean, you know, you did threaten us. Just saying. Man, why? It was the only way. Victor? Could we settle any outstanding tabs now? Yeah, sure. And she just burns on the background. Okay. You know, some days later. Amamori, you got a moment? Of course. What is it, Mr. Richter? I was just curious. Have you heard the legend of the mother who prayed to the Sumida River and resurrected her dead child? What are you on about? The mother searched so desperately for her abducted child that she lost her mind. Her son was found dead in Sumida River, so she then built a mound and continued to pray there until... hiccups. Her son somehow emerged from the mound, back from the dead, or so the legend goes. Heard it's being adapted into a no play too. Interesting. And? Well, it just had me thinking that legends really do exist. Sorry to ask again, but... What are you on about? Alright. So, I guess they do actually resurrect their son. That's something. It's clearly still bad, but... yeah, if you could have said it clearly. Never mind. It is what it is. Welcome to my office. Might be small and dirty, but welcome. Come on, Ernstine, say hello. That's it. Good girl. That boy over there? That must be... Hey kid, I'm a private investigator. I worked with your mother not too long ago. What's that? You want to be an investigator when you grow up too? That's great. It's so much better than becoming a police officer. Hey, I'm Amori. Don't you tell the kid to give up on his dreams. I think it's a great idea. Why don't you bring us all some tea instead? Pardon me, let's start over. What brings you to my humble office today? Okay. Ending 3. Is still another path we can take there? I guess it would be actually dying, right? We'd have to actually trigger her curse. What the hell is her curse trigger? Let's just try opposite stuff to what we picked before. Introduction. To be fair, I'm not going out of my way, I guess, to 100% this or anything. Like, I'm not getting all the birds right now, but it's worth a try. If I can't figure it out fairly quickly, we'll just continue on with things. It's gotta be one of these two. Because we exhausted all the other things. It's gotta be lying to her. Or staying silent when asked a question. Yep. Ah, there we go. Huh? Ma'am. Damn, did she fulfill the conditions? She sure did. Okay, it's time for a beatdown. Jeez, why did you try to hide it now of all times? I wouldn't have come here if you weren't a curse bearer. Yeah, I did good. Stop! Too bad, she's already dead. It's horrific. I'll be taking her curse stone. Whoa, huh? All the haunting clapper needed was the source of fire? That was a close one. Nothing. What will you do, Mr. Investigator? I'm not a curse bearer, so I don't have any reason to kill you. But I won't show you any mercy if you're going to try and capture me. So what'll it be? So I don't know how a curse works. It's too risky to make a move. Your employer's already dead anyway, so there's no reason for you to go out of your way to arrest me, right? I can still do my duty as a citizen and report you, you know? What a surprise. This is when you decide to suddenly choose the side of righteousness? She was after the same thing, you know. There's no clean hands when it comes to soul dregs. Well, looks like you don't have anything to say about that. I'll be taking my leave then. Bye-bye. No, Potts already saw it and went, nah, call me back when it's over. Upon killing Haruo Shiguna, a fellow curse bearer, Ayame Tono obtained more than enough soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. However, it turned out that resurrecting someone who died a long time ago required an even larger amount. To fulfill her heart's deepest desires, she'd need to harvest more. So, she waited for the sun to set, when the Feast of Shadows effects were at its peak. And she used the one-sided reed curse stone she had stolen from Fumichika Nejima. With it, she proceeded to kill all those whose personal information she knew, starting with those who mattered least to her. About the one-sided reed. Kills by dismemberment, one whose face, address, name, occupation, and location are all known by the curse bearer. Oh, jeez. Many of them were random men, gullible and disposable, drawn in by the allure of a female university student. One noteworthy victim among them was Tetsuo Susumi, who, being a curse bearer himself, was promptly targeted for soul dregs. Susumi's death threw the investigation efforts into disarray, allowing IMA to evade capture. Wow, she killed her father. Afterwards, she acquired various address registers and phone books and systemically killed the people listed in them. Unsuspecting victims could be safe at home, only to suddenly have their limbs severed. Strange deaths shook society to its core. Damn, all because she was like, this artist was really good, yo. Like, really good, okay? And don't get me wrong, iconic enough that I know his work, but like, come on. But all things must come to an end, and so in time the killing stopped. Sometime after the killings, a modern-day genius female ukiyo-e artist burst into the art scene. She introduced herself as the mysterious Mad Paintress, and her fame grew quickly as she presented one incredible work after another. Praised as the modern reincarnation of Katsushiko Hokusai, she quickly made her own mark in history. Ah, so she, even after all that, oh yeah, yep, yeah. She's cut all legal and familial ties with him, but she still has him pay for her tuition and allowance. So that's, you know. So she brought the guy back and then took his work for her own anyway? Damn. She wasn't just trying to bring him back, she wanted the fame. So she's just trash. All the way down. How can this happen when this happens? Let's find out. How can this happen? Yeah, basically. Tomagata High School. Mr. Susumi, this is Mayu Chozawa. Ah, so you're the one. The Sumida police was looking for you. Glad to see you're alright. Sorry, I should have told someone I was okay. I was just so pissed off. Falling right into Haku's hand. Got myself into some deep shit. Haku seems like they're still up to something. We'll have to make sure they clean up their act once and for all. Get it? Because they sell soap. Nice one, boss. You're really on top of your game today. Stop trying to make me feel better. I shouldn't have said anything. More importantly, Mayu, thank you for your cooperation with Yoshimi. We'll get to the bottom of it, I promise. No, he must be Detective Ario. Heard a lot about you from Hajime. I'll be counting on you. Catch whoever did this, no matter what. Come to think of it, did old man Ashiyama end up getting away? Sword's already out, huh? He was cornered, but managed to take a hostage and escape, is what I heard on the radio. What happened after that? That's all they're reporting. Here's what really happened. He was killed? And the hostage was Susumi's daughter, whose whereabouts are still unknown. Yep, his daughter showing up was a huge surprise. Even Boss couldn't believe it. Damn it, the hell do you expect? No one could have seen that coming. So there's already an emergency search underway for her as a key witness and suspect. I'll be rejoining the search for her after we're done here. Key witness and suspect? But wasn't she a hostage? Could she have killed Nejima and fled the scene? Well, it's just a possibility. Talking possibilities, might as well tell them everything. It's very likely that Nejima was killed by a curse stone. What? By a curse bearer? Oh, it's already evening, so the effect of the Feast of Shadows should be starting to return. Yeah, which makes it likely that a curse was used to kill him. Boss, you're repeating yourself. Try to calm down for a sec. That would mean the inspector's daughter is probably a curse bearer, right? Huh? Did you say something? Maybe I'm losing my hearing in my old age. Boss, you can hear just fine. Don't play the old man card every time you want to get out of something. We even talked about how she might have the Taiko Sugaru, if that's the case. Did we? My memory's a little hazy. Got a soft spot for your daughter, don't you, Inspector? You shouldn't. She's not good. It just hits a little too close to home now. But either way, we have to find her as soon as possible. That's why we'll be joining the search as soon as we're done here. One more thing. There's a very good chance that his daughter has Michio Shiraishi's talisman. All the more reason for you to get back to that search. Best of luck. What the hell has she gotten herself into? I heard you had a curse stone too. Yeah, I should give it to you then, right? Those things really are a pain in the ass. I'll gladly hand it over to you before it starts giving me any crazy ideas. So this is the beckoning light, huh? Alright, it's safe and sound with me. Sorry you won't be able to bring him back. Don't worry about it. He and I were always prepared for the worst anyway. What the? What's wrong? Damn. The trigger for the beckoning lights curse is some serious shit. Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I said it'd give me weird ideas. See what I mean now? How does it work? I'll leave you a note you can read later. We have more important things to worry about now. Right. Mr. Susumi? Does that make it 5 curse stones that you've gathered now? Could be. I want to get the other 4 under wraps as soon as I can. Let's see. I have no idea about the Whispering Canal. Someone made off with a one-sided reed with names in my head. Yeah, damn shame. After that, you said earlier that the Taiko of Tsugaru might be with your daughter, Inspector. Well, let's set that one aside for now. So we can assume that curse bearers are still prowling around out there with those ones. What a headache. Hopefully we can find them soon. Oh, Maya, did you meet with Hitomi? Yeah, I met her at the spot, I was told. She's acting tough, but I think the incident with Hajime has her really shaken up. I briefly explained her situation and had her give Hajime's talisman to me. Hey, here, this is what you're looking for, right? Yang talisman. Yes, I believe that's it. Thank you so much. Mr. Susumi, about this? Right, you should hold on to it, Mio. Not like we could use it as it is. Try to figure out what we'll need to do once we have both halves together. Understood. I'll see what I can do. Oh, Mr. Susumi. I received a message from Paranormal Affairs earlier. It wasn't from Nagagoshi, but I had someone look into something for me. Even the desk jockeys are lending a hand. Brings a tear to your eye. What did they say? Right, about the Onmyoji woman who was in Edo at the time of the Honjo incident. She was a person of great beauty and discerning taste, but also shamelessly did whatever she wanted. It seems to match the person seen in the resentful memory for the foot-washing mansion. So she must be the one who fought with Simon over the right. They found that her name was Ashino. Ashino, huh? What else? That's all. Not much help. Oh, but apparently she was quite the powerful Onmyoji. And she died bearing a similarly powerful resentment. Possible that she became a vengeful spirit with a connection to the 7 mysteries. Vengeful spirit. If any descendants of Ashino or people otherwise closely aligned with her live today, there's a possibility that spirit awakened and possessed them. He mentioned before that spirits can possess people who are closely in sync with them. Though this of course doesn't mean the spirit houses her complete personality. Her resentment and her spirit power, those are the parts of her that would have the strongest influence. Since Simon's descendants are still around in the present, it wouldn't be surprising if Ashino's were too. They might just be desk jockeys, but they wouldn't give us this information if it was only speculation. They must have found some amount of evidence, looking into abnormal phenomena or things like that. Oh, the Feast of Shadows. There it is, our abnormal phenomena. Mia, what do you mean? The person who initiated the curse this time, who we've been calling the Mastermind, they might be possessed by the vengeful spirit of the Onmyoji named Ashino, the enemy of Simon. Do you have any idea who they could be or where to find them? Like, if you looked at them, Mia, would you be able to tell right away? It's like how I didn't realize that Michio had fused with your consciousness, Yaka. Common spirits will leak spirit energy left and right, so I can notice them just by looking carefully. But when spirits of a higher caliber fuse with someone's consciousness, detecting them isn't so simple. No. Sorry, my skills need a lot of work, and I don't have anything else to offer. Yeah, that's not true at all. You're fine. We'll make this work somehow or another. Thanks. Basically, I believe the mastermind behind everything is a woman possessed by the vengeful spirit of the Onmyoji Ashino. I see. Is this mastermind also the one who killed Hajime trying to get the record of Fate's Yin Scroll? Yes, I think that's very likely. That's how it is, huh? Then I want you to catch them no matter what. I mean, it really narrows it down to one person. Do you know where the other talisman is? Yes, probably. This is Hajime's last job. Finish it for him, okay? We will. I mean, it's been narrowed down pretty heavily for a while now, but this really narrows it down further. Now it's that everything we need to chat about. I mean, I could be mistaken, but if you don't need anything else, we'll be going back to the search. This actually is one thing. Oh, what's that? Just completely hypothetically, what if the inspector's daughter was the mastermind? I mean, she's a woman. Seems like she was after the talismans. Sorry, don't really understand what you mean. Boss, come on, we gotta look at the facts. That would mean Inspector Susumi would also have to be one of Ashino's descendants. Alright, you're just a normal person, right, Inspector? Unless that's why you're so resistant to the paranormal. Don't believe I've ever heard anything about being related to some Onmyoji. Oh? But Well, if you put it like that, for being the mastermind, it's possible. Really? I say possible, but I mean unlikely, is what I want to think. Hey man, I don't even want to imagine it. Boss, if we're going to consider it, we have to do it properly. No dragging your heels about it. No, it's not that. There's something I never told her. Never wanted to tell her. Though she knows. The truth is, she's not my real daughter. What? 20 years ago, well, it's a long story, but we took her in when she was just a baby. Do you know anything about her birth parents? You could say I do, I guess, but really I don't know anything. What's that supposed to mean? I don't get it. Mario, you heard what I said, didn't you? Just now? About 20 years ago. No, boss, that can't be. Nejima's... That's right. When we arrested Fumichika Nejima, there was a baby at his house on the brink of death. Oh. So she did kill her dad. So in that timeline, she killed her actual biological... Oh, wait, no. She's a reincarnation of his wife. Oh, that's... okay. She killed her husband, and then her adoptive father. Okay. Maybe that's why she hates him so much. Maybe that's why she has a deep-seated hatred for him specifically and cops generally. When we arrested Fumichika Nejima, there was a baby at his house on the brink of death. It was my daughter, Ayame Susumi. She goes by Ayame Tono. What? Someone had to take care of her. The baby holds no blame for the circumstances she came from. But boss, according to Nejima, baby, he's his former lover reincarnated using black magic. What? Personally, I think that story is bullshit. According to Nejima, goodness, it's hard to believe from Nejima's behavior, but could it really be true? I've got a few doubts. We have questions whether the Shino woman ever really existed in the first place. There are no records of her and no body was found. Her name never came up once during the investigation. Even if this woman really existed, I'm skeptical that someone could be reincarnated as a baby to black magic. I agree. No matter how you look at it, a spell with that effect is hard to believe. Even the supernatural has rules that must be followed. Seems more likely he deluded himself, not wanting to recognize that a spell he risked his life on failed to work. That's my thinking too. The more natural conclusion is that the baby is his and Shino's, and that she died in childbirth. As long as we don't know Shino's origins, we have to consider the possibility that she could be a descendant of Ashino. If nothing else, their names are pretty similar. Okay, assuming all of this is true for a moment. Ayame getting taken away by Nejima and then killing him. That would mean that she killed her own father. Calm down, this is all still conjecture. Also, we know that she does not care about killing her parents. At all. Especially her father. No hesitation. But now that Nejima is dead, we have no means to investigate. So regardless of everything, there's only one thing that matters. She's my daughter. As her parent, I'm responsible for her. Nothing can change that. I understand. Alright, we should go back to the search. We'll find her and clear up all this. Yes, sir. Talisman you young ladies are looking for has something to do with this as well. I'd appreciate it if you could help us find it. So if anything happens, please call the police. We will. I'm worried about Hitomi, so I'm going to head to where she is. I'll be waiting to hear some good news from you all. Alright. Conclusion. Oh, so presumably we can die here. I'm gonna try to do this one just to wrap up things. Yeah. And it seems like I thought what we did was the bad end for that, but it seems like that's the actual outcome. I feel like the bridge is the way to go, right? But how do we screw this up? Not a chance. Maybe... It's just looking around prompted. Like, I know we tried to not piss them off last time and it worked. It's curse? That is curse. The gunshots, though. The gunshots. Oh, is it if I just don't turn around and look at her? Alright then. Huh? Slit your throat, you little shit! What? Wait, stop! Don't actually shoot, you idiot! You around, dumb fucks? Shit, he jumped. Damn it. After him. Don't let him get away. Yeah, we didn't do great on that one. From HQ to all bureaus. Suspect evaded officers at Komagata Bridge and fled and currently remains at large. The time at which he threatened to carry out his attack is approaching. And now that we know how stupid powerful that one is, he can just do that. In response to a call in reinforcements and widen the search perimeter beyond the immediate Sumida River area. Boss. Boss. Boss, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Only I hadn't lost my nerve and opened fire. No. I told you already. It's on me. I should have told you to lower your weapon. I hope so too. My worry is that Susumi has the majority of the curse stones now. And that's probably not great. Thinking that chasing him to the river would corner him was also a miscalculation. Sure, it's possible that right now he's sleeping with the fishes at the bottom of the river, but somehow I doubt things would be that easy. You think he really can kill hundreds of people? We now know he can. Who knows? Him saying he already used his curse turned out to be a bluff. Hard to believe he could kill hundreds at once, even with a curse stone, but all we can do is pray that he was lying. For what it's worth, though, Potts, the condition for Nejima's curse stone, the one-sided reed, was only later discovered. One of the curse stones that Susumi does have right now is basically a counter. It activates when another curse bearer attempts to use their curse on him. So he does have one counter, but it will also mean he takes the life of somebody. He will have to kill them. Kills by dismemberment one whose face, address, name, age, occupation, and location are all known by the curse bearer. And so, at sunset that day, out of 632 students enrolled at Komagata High School, the 337 who were at home each had one arm and one leg severed. One by one, in the order they appeared in the school register, they bled to death while screaming in agony. Having no known cause, this atrocity terrified the public, resulting in widespread panic. Yeah, no kidding. Before long, fear and speculation plunged society into total chaos, and misinformation about the curses began to spread. A series of unrelated incidents broke out, unleashing pandemonium beyond all control. While it is uncertain whether Fumichika Nejima intended things to go this far, Tetsuro Susumi's daughter, Ayame Tono, was also killed by Nejima's curse shortly after. And Tetsuo Susumi, unable to bear the heavy responsibility or the people's blame, quit the police force and fled from the public side. At the very least, this is a bad end, by the way, obviously. I just wanted to see they seem to be the last bad end before we go on the final path, so I was like, well, why not? At the very least, Nejima's goal of driving Tetsuo Susumi to ruin could not have been more thoroughly achieved. Thus, with his rapturous satisfaction, the curtains close on Ending 2, Nejima's Reminiscence. We'll watch the actual credits when we hit the final credits. I always want to watch the credits, but if it's going to be like a bunch of bad ends, we'll wait for the true end. What Nejima went on to use his enormous horde of soul dregs for remains unclear. But according to later reports, Nejima devoted himself to his master, a woman called Lady Ashino. Alright, cool. On to conclusion. I mean, that sounds pretty conclusive to me. Meet a river. So at this rate, between the two of them, they have every single one of them except one. Hey. How long has it been since we saw each other? 3 years? How have you been? I think the last time was when you came to see me after deciding to go to university. It wasn't because I wanted to see you, I just needed money to pay my tuition. Not one to mince words, You came alone, right? Yeah, it's just me. Make it sound like I'm handing over ransom money for hostages. Just don't want to get caught, okay? Never thought I'd see the day you called the police. Something I need to see you about. Well, alright then. Got a lot to talk about, so let's go through things one by one. It's kind of starting to dip down into the horizon. This long, long day is about to end. We don't have to worry about Nejima's threat anymore, but I sure didn't expect this to happen. Huh? What was that? Did something just move over there? What the hell are those idiots doing? Told them not to come. Damn it! Shit, I don't want to know what'll happen if they get found out. Whatever I do, I gotta keep from looking over there. I mean, too late for that, I guess, but whatever. She sure has changed over the past 3 years. Got more of a grown-up air about her. I can't believe she's that same little girl who would get omelet all over her face when we took her out to eat. Wait a minute, is that how far back I have to go for happy memory together? No wonder she hates me. Probably start with the most recent. Sorry I couldn't save you from Nejima. Are you hurt? Wow, didn't expect that from you. Huh? Thought you'd just start questioning me before you bothered to ask how I'm doing. Ah. Well, I am still your father. Well, maybe boss can handle this after all. He didn't answer. I'm fine. I managed to get away somehow or other. Right. I'm glad. How is she? Yasuko, I mean. Mom, I haven't kept in touch with her. I've been on my own this whole time. I'm sure you've reached out to her, though, haven't you? I did call her this morning, actually, just to make sure she was safe. She's been running around all over the place looking for you. Sounds like she's fine to me. Did you contact her after I called the police to tell her you'd heard from me? Did not. This disc. Well, I've heard you're into nightlife and staying out late these days. Didn't want her to worry more than she already has. We're going to talk. I mean, yeah. Alright, now to the actual... And I'll put this bluntly. Did you kill Nejima? If I did, would you hide me from the police? Well, I don't know if I... That's what I thought. Your job is the only thing you really care about. Yes, I did it. You. I don't think he even knew I was a curse bearer. He brought me to these gardens, and I realized while he was talking to me that he fulfilled the condition of my curse, so I just gave it a shot. I didn't think it would actually activate. So there's no going back now. It's not true. You can still make things right before you make them worse. Then let me say it another way. This is my chance, and I won't throw it away. I just... Curse is the one motivation that I just get the least. Yeah, I really like this artist, and I guess I kind of, in my ending, want to steal his work and make myself famous. And, like, the fact that that was her ending means that that is truly what she wants. She wasn't lying about any of this. She just... She wants that one guy to come back to life. Part of me kept thinking it was a bluff or a lie. Did Nejima say anything to you? Sure. He said a lot of bad things about you, that's for sure. Yeah, not surprised there. So said a lot of bad things about you back. I didn't want to be outdone. Harsh. In that sense, I felt just a little like he was my kindred spirit. No, kindred spirit, what are you talking about? He's a dangerous criminal. But I'm a murderer now too, aren't I? Maybe we're not so different. No, you're different. Am I? Well, maybe not that different. But at least you're honest. I know I haven't been the best father. But I wonder, of all the fathers in the world, are there any who wouldn't cover for their child if they'd committed a crime? Should I know? You're the detective here. You must have seen plenty of cases like this. Yeah, plenty of parents take the fall for their children or give them a place to hide. As a person, it's wrong, but maybe as a parent, it's the right thing to do. I don't know. But I think having a father like that would make it easier to go to him for advice if I did do something wrong. Maybe there's a sense of security in knowing that no matter what happened, you'd have at least one person on your side. I see. That's what it would take to be on your side. Can't do that. It's okay. I wasn't really expecting you to. So, Nejima really didn't tell you anything? Not really, no. Well, now we know she's a curse bearer, so we can logically go to that. You have her curse stone, don't you? I do. You wouldn't happen to feel like handing it over, would you? This will handle any damages the curse caused. Now, before you do any more wrong with it, not giving it up. Of course not. Me being a curse bearer, are you after my life? Exactly what I'm here for. I didn't come to chat. We can talk all you want, but as soon as the condition for my curse is met, you use it, no hesitation. Oh, it's not late enough for her to use the ones that aren't hers yet still. I was like, she could easily, like, I guarantee he's got a lighter on him. And you definitely know his face, name, everything else. So it has to be hers. That also means... I'd still say Nejima's the actual worst, but she's not a good person. Not a good person. Nejima is objectively actually way worse. She's not good. And again, she's doing this to resurrect an artist from like hundreds of years ago. I don't know exactly how long ago. 100 years ago? Like, don't get me wrong, art is powerful, but like everyone else who was actually trying to like resurrect someone had a very distinct personal stake in it. And she's like, I like his art. I think his life has more value than mine because he's a good artist. Or you have more than one. How many curse stones do you have? 3. Not that it matters. 3, huh? Oh crap, we have the same activation. The curse stones that each of us can actively use right now have the exact same activation. They both activate if the other tries to lie or deceive them. Okay, not handing them over. Let's go to the talisman then. Can I ask you one thing? Do you know anything about the talisman Michio Shiraishi had? Michio Shiraishi? From the car crash you were with that Namagaki guy. Oh, with Utaro. Yeah, I was there. Utaro. That sounds like... So you and him were... I mean... not really. He's kind of a boring guy. What? You're serious? But he said... You're getting off track, Mr. Susumi. The talisman. Get back to the talisman. Should never relied on him for this. Well, if you don't plan on seeing him again, it doesn't matter. But with the hit and run case on top of everything, you're really in deep. Is that really what you wanted to talk about? I mean, no. Tell me about the talisman. Did you take it from the scene? You mean this? That's it. Picked it up at the scene of the crash. I didn't want to leave fingerprints behind. That's all? There's really no other reason? It's a big deal. Is it really that special, this whole thing? Yeah, it's really important. Would you mind giving it to me? Important? For what? Putting a stop to the curse of the 7 mysteries. Oh. That means if I give you the talisman, I won't be able to use the right. No way, I'm definitely keeping it. Screw that one up. Let's just assume you really can't do any better than that? Come on, the talisman. Will you give me the talisman? What? No way, I can't lose the right. Alright, well. Why are you willing to go so far for the right of resurrection? What do you want with it? The whistle face is very good. Even if I told you, you wouldn't understand. No, I guarantee you, he definitely would not understand. Because even I'm like, why? Why are you willing to do this much? You just call it stupid and dismiss the idea completely. It is stupid. Come on, I wouldn't do that. Maybe together we can think up a way for you to get what you want without resurrection. I want to bring Katsushika Hokusai back to life. Hokusai? What? Hokusai the ukiyo-e artist? That Hokusai? You want to bring him back to life? That'd be quite the feat, huh? That's... you... I heard you liked his art, but why would you do something so stupid? See? Ugh. The only time I ever felt there was a place I belonged was when I was immersed in the dreamlike world of ukiyo-e. I'm sure you never noticed. Really? I had no idea. It saved me. Hokusai was the reason I'm still alive today. Didn't know you felt so helpless. You would only realize it now, but it's too late. Feeling sorry won't do either of us any good. The moment I heard about the rite of resurrection, I knew that was my destiny. If this is all I ever accomplish, I'll die happy. Really serious about this. I think I've let you talk enough. Mind letting me have a turn? By all means. You're hiding something. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? We shouldn't have noticed that they were over there. I'm hiding them, I assume, is the thing. Well, sure. You can't live as long as I have without having a secret or two. Of course you're trying to dodge the question. Now then, let me tell you how my curse stone, the Taiko of Suguru, works. What? My curse bludgeons to death anyone I find out is hiding something from me. So if you try to recover something up that I know is true, I'll be able to use my curse. Oh, so that's the difference. She can't use hers as a lie detector. But ours can be used as a lie detector. Hers has to be something she knows is false. Okay. So you could theoretically convincingly lie your way through hers. With that in mind, can I ask you one more thing? Would I assume hers, it has to be something she knows is a lie and is a lie? So like, if she's like, did you ever love me? And we go, truthfully, from his point of view, yes, you were like a daughter to me and I loved you, which seems to be how he would actually answer that. And she's like, no, that's a lie. It still wouldn't activate, right? Okay, gotcha. It does have to actually be a lie. So let me tell you one thing first. The Evergreen Beach has a similar condition. I can use my curse on anyone who tells me a lie. Is that fair? And you'd use that curse on me? As an officer of the law, it's inexcusable. But as a parent with a duty to his child, I have no other choice. Are you threatening me? Do you really think that's enough to convince me to do as you say? You're threatening us! Look, I'm not saying he's in the right here, but I'm saying you're equally in the wrong on this one. You can't play the moral high ground. I don't want to use it either, but for your sake, I suggest you try not to lie. Go ahead then. If I lie, then so be it. Okay, I'm gonna ask. If you try to hide it now, you really will die. Am I your real daughter? Oh, that's such a loaded question. In every way but blood, yes. Do you mean blood? Do you mean real as in blood? Or do you, like... That could be a translation thing. That she could be asking a question that is difficult to translate. Like, maybe there's a way to phrase that in Japanese that means exactly and isn't vague. Or maybe it's intentionally vague. Just a baby you picked up to replace your stillborn, aren't I? And you could never bring yourself to tell me who my real parents were, so you just kept hiding it. Still too much of a coward to tell me, huh? You don't like the truth, so you won't admit it. That my real parent is the man I was just with. Ayame. Is that all you have to say? Then I only have one answer for you. You are honestly and truly our daughter. Nothing more, nothing less. Even now, you're still trying to hide it. Why? Are you really that stupid? Well... Why? Is your pride worth dying for? Well... I should have known. Why? Why go this far to hide it? Hey, man, listen. Huh? You're... Ow! May, be proud. No matter what happens, you are our precious daughter. No way, how are you still alive? I don't know what that piece of shit Nejima filled your head with. But you're not Shino. You're not Ashino either. You're our daughter, Ayame Susumi. Right. I guess it's Tono now. That's fine too. I'll say hey Topaz. Bye Topaz. Enjoy the lurk. Hope you're having a good day. Isumo, Fusumi, Tono, both will always be part of who you are. Wait, why are you doing this? It's not true. The curse proves that it's not. Sure, you probably don't have many memories of us playing together. You'd leave everything at home to your mom. That was barely ever there for you. Even so, when I was working, no matter how grisly a crime scene I was at, all I ever wanted was for you to grow up to be happy. That's it. It's a little better than the black eye, smidge. But why say all of this now? So, do one last thing for me. I want you to tell me the truth too. If you lie to me now, I'm taking you with me. Stop, I can't. The mastermind behind all this, the one who awakened the curse of the 7 mysteries in order to use the right, wasn't you, was it? Oh, no! I wouldn't even know how to do that. Picking up Michio Shiraishi's talisman was just a coincidence, right? Huh? Yeah, I already told you that. Good. Hearing that, rest easy. You're nothing like Nichiro. And stand on your own 2 legs. You can keep living without escaping into a fantasy. You can hate me, you can dream all the crazy dreams you want. Just don't ever stop trying to do good. You're a victim of your curse too. Not too late to atone for the hit and run, using the curse. Don't run away. But still make things right. I know you can. You're my daughter. And after that, just live the best life that you can. Called him Dad. Boss! Boss! Well, sorry, Potts. That day, at 6:18 p.m., Ayame Tono was taken into custody. Tetsuo Susumi's death was confirmed at the same time. The 5 curse stones possessed by Susumi, as well as the 3 given up by Ayame, lost their curse bearers. This temporarily extinguished their spirit power, allowing Mio Kurosuzu to obtain them and seal them away without difficulty. The Yin talisman possessed by Ayame Tono was recovered and entrusted to Mio Kurosuzu as well. Thus, any massacres that could potentially be caused by this iteration of the curse was prevented before it could ever happen. Or so it seemed. Well, it's true. There's still a very much missing. There's very much a missing curse. Sorry for keeping you out so late, Mio. Can't take my mind off the curse bearer who's never found, yeah. Oh, it's no problem for me. I usually work at night anyway. Did you see Yako home safely? Yep, we sent her home in a patrol car earlier. Apparently she put up quite a fuss, saying she wanted to see things through to the end. Thank you. The Feast of Shadows was starting to take effect, so it would have been dangerous. Ah, yeah, we'd be here, wouldn't we? Uh-huh. No, it's not Mio I'm worried about. I can't get my mind off the remaining curse stone, the Whispering Canal, and who the mastermind is. We have to deal with that thing before I can worry about any of that. Excuse me. How's it going with the 2 talismans? Have you figured out the location of the Record of Fate Yin scroll? I have, more or less. When I combined the contents of the 2 talismans, they formed a seal which could be undone. The things inside the talisman that looked like scraps of wood were actually a tiny scroll kept folded up by the seal. Would have thought the talismans actually contained the scroll itself. So that's the Yin scroll then. What's it say? Well, there's one more seal we have to undo to open the scroll. It's giving me some trouble, so I was actually hoping you could help me out. Okay, unlocking the seal. Got it. Sure thing. I don't know what it'll be able to do, but let me at it. Wow, I didn't expect you to be so eager to help. It's oddly reassuring. Okay, let's see. There are 5 seals holding the scroll shut. I think we have to remove them in the correct order. Each seal has a different design. A carp, a light, a beech leaf, a taiko drum, and a reed. Move the 5 seals in the right order. Okay. If I get it wrong, is it going to, go boom? Huh? No, we'll just have to try again. I tested it once already. Oh, you already tried it yourself. So brave. I think it's devised so that the seal can only be undone if the curses for the right have already been unleashed. And I think there's a hint to opening it hidden in something related to the curse. Just let me know when you're ready. That sounds like a Viper, you idiot. Please save the game. This is a student trying to do a puzzle. Yeah, probably. That sounds about right. It won't explode or anything, so we might as well give it a try. I see, okay. Move the 5 seals in the correct order. Carp, light, beech, echo drum, reed. Answer. Okay. Well, we're going to blind do it once that was right. Nope, no good. Okay. This makes sense for such an important document to be sealed so tight. It might help to talk things over with Mio if I get stuck. 8 p.m. with no one around. This place is silent as a grave. No one wants to go out at night in these parts after everything that's happened over the past 2 days. So my thought process is that we're supposed to piece together in what order during the initial events the specified curses began. So we don't have Fool's Procession, right? We do have Beckoning Light. That's my thought process, at least. We did the beach one before. Sounds like Tycho's first. I don't know if there's enough info to place all of them, though. If we go with that theory, the only one that I can really place Echo Drum first. The Taiko Drum, Beach, Harp, Light, Reed? Whoops. Apparently clicked off. Accurate. Nope, that ain't it. Psychodrome. Beach club. Beach. Oh, damn it. Oh, that would have been great. Nope, no good. Well. See if we can get another hint from her. Did you recognize any things in these seals? They look sort of familiar. Yeah, maybe there'd be something in our files. Yeah, I looked. Let's see, okay. Seals look at some of the curse stones designs. That must mean there's some order to the 7 mysteries of Honju that correspond to them. See, okay, yeah. Seals look at some of the curse stone designs. Okay, that was what I thought it would be. So I'm okay with just getting the answer so we can finish the game. I could probably study it more. Wrong answer. It's time to get a new hint. Oh, that's fair. Okay. That would be reasonable. Who's that, Ochi? Also, hey, Ochi, how's it going? Welcome to Viper Lineage. That's the problem, is I had the feeling I'm on the right track, but there's really not a lot of... Reading through them, there's not a ton of things that can place them, time-wise. The reason I went the Taiko first is because they mention the ukiyo-e painter, granddaughter talking about curses, souls, resurrection, and hearing that, the old man, gripped by sudden zeal, began to paint with great fervor, and then a later one, this one mentions sort of resurrection as well. This one just seems like things had already started to go bad, but doesn't really seem to mention a date or like a way to like compare it time-wise. Charlie Brown, a little bit, yes. A little bit, Figure out who's who. Well, we rapidly kick it. Oh, so it's not a time thing. Then what's the order? I order them. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so I was on the right track, I just didn't have the right answer. Like, this one doesn't really give anything... Father disappeared. Mother disappeared after looking for him. Some time passed. Like, that one clearly happened before things go super south, which is why I put it a bit earlier. That one also doesn't really put a time anywhere. Yeah, this one specifically talks about Rite of Resurrection and also the Onmyoji woman who was basically corrupting his lord. So that one seemed to be taking place a little after the painting one for sure. Oops. Haunting Clappers I don't think dates itself in any way. But I assume the fires are when things are going really south. They talk about the vixen who appeared suddenly and changed my lord. Yep, there you go. If the foot washing mansion was there, it would be one of the last ones, I think. But it's not. Like, that would be the last one. Hmm. I still think taiko drums first. We might have the light, the carp, the beach, the reed. I'm probably wrong at where I'm starting, too. It appears it probably has to do with the events that took place around them. Yeah, I got that. I've got the premise, I just don't have the details. Taiko. Carp. Light. Beach. Clicking between them resets it. I also keep hearing it just do up and down. Taiko. Carp. Light. Beach. Connection between them? Yeah. Okay. Taiko, beach, light, carp, reed? I think that's every version of Taiko first, reed last. So I just think they really do. And that's, you know what? I'm not against that. And if I wasn't, not that we're pressed for time, but starting to notice something. I think that the order for the seals could be the order in which the people who became cursed echoes died. Yeah! Information in the resentful memories are only fragments, so I might be able to see their relative order. It's the old man from the Taiko Suguru first. Yes! Yes, it would! I see, okay. I had that right. For what it's worth, I had that right. I got 1 out of 5. Oh, crap. Is there an echo? Testing. 1, 2, 1. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I want to read the read again. So Reed has to be after Evergreen. So it has to be Evergreen, Reed, Canal. I don't know where the beckoning light fits in there. No, that has to be after. Okay, so Tycho, Beach, Reed, Blight. Tycho, Beach, Reed, Carp, Light? I'm actually mildly confident about that one. Yeah, okay. I really just had to read them over again. It's not as difficult as I thought at first. At first I was like, what's placing them? And it's like, oh, wife looking for the husband who is a swindler. They talk about the swindler being hanged by the tree. That's the mother and father who left the daughter, and the light mentions the couple and the child. And it just made sense for the Tycho to be first, because it talked about things happening a bit before things went bad. So, yeah, okay, that actually wasn't that bad. I just was overthinking it. Oh, you got it right, it's open. It took 6 tries, but you didn't... You just needed some time to get warmed up, that's all. Now we can finally read what's written inside, let's see. I'm glad I did do it, even though I was, at that point, kind of committed to not. I see. What does it say? First is a detailed account of the tragedy surrounding the Rite of Resurrection that occurred in Honjo back in the Edo period. Excuse me. The whole story of what we call the Honjo incident is laid out clearly. That incident was the origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo and their curses, right? Yes. The resentment of the victims of the incident turned into curses, which are the curse echoes. Contents are organized like an answer sheet, so it doesn't just give us the information we need. Is there anything else? Yes, here's what we've been looking for. I bequeath this scroll to future generations to be used in the event that calamity should arise from this grievous incident, it says. Whoa, we foresaw all this happening. And it continues. Those who seek to forestall disaster must gather these 3 items in one place to cast my rite of cleansing and expel all rituals and curses in full. My soul, that is my curse echo, my body, that is a living continuation of my bloodline, my mind, that is my own consciousness. Wow, so if we gather these 3 things in one place, Simon's rite of cleansing will activate and completely negate the curses and the rite of resurrection. Oh, that's it. That's exactly what we need. 3 things are Simon's soul, body, and mind. It says the soul is Simon's curse echo. Curse echo. So Simon himself is part of the 7 mysteries. Now that you mention it, Mr. Araishi said something along those lines before. Another hint written here. The curse echo holds my curse. My curse brings ruin to curse bearers. Oh, okay. And a hint is that. Maybe it'll make more sense as we keep looking. So it's got to be the lantern. But will the curse echo still appear if the curse bearer is already gone? Next, the body is a descendant of Simon's, it seems. Wasn't Yoshimi a relative of Simon? He and Michio Shiraishi, who had the other talisman. Both of them had already passed by the time this iteration of the curse was unleashed. Dang, it's true. What are we going to do? This bloodline was so split up, there have to be others. Oh, there's another note here, too. Where? Is it another hint? As for the body, seek not only one who bears my blood, but one with strong spirit sense. Such an individual will be able, if a spirit attempts to possess them, to instead take control of that spirit themselves. So it says. Do you know of anyone like that? Can't think of anyone. Let's move on for now. Next is the mind. What's the difference between the mind and the soul? In paranormal theory, it's said that humans are made up of soul, body, and mind. And in Soul Eater theory, a sound soul resides within a sound mind and a sound body. The mind is essentially thought to be the part of the spirit that makes up one's consciousness or oneself. It's like driving. The body is the car, the soul is the control system, and the mind is the driver. Let's see. I think that makes sense. So, is there a hint for finding this one too? Well, let's see. There's this. Should the rite of resurrection be activated elsewhere, so too shall my mind be awakened there. Simon tried to steal away the rite of resurrection, but before he could, Ashino stole the record of fates. Oops. So, as a countermeasure to the rite being activated, he made it so that his mind would be released from the seal. Okay, but what does that actually mean? What it means is, Simon's mind awoke the night the rite was activated and must be possessing someone out there right now. What? So we have to get that person together with everyone else. Alright, so we have to find the curse echo, the descendant, and the person possessed by Simon. Okay. Then we just get them together in one place and we'll be good to go. Right, but there is one thing. The second and third ones could both be the same person. Wow. But who could that be? It's like how Michio lost her memories when she was possessing Yako. Simon's consciousness might not be aware of who it really is. So, if you learn the truth, would he start to act on his own accord? Oh, then that person could already be... Oh, hold on a second. Someone's coming this way. Huh? Excuse me. Could I interrupt for just a moment? Oh, no. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Who may you be? Would you buy this empty can of juice I just finished drinking for 10,000 yen? Well, they've been throwing these bones from some fried chicken. You can't beat a deal like this. I don't really want them. Don't say that. Come on, they're delicious. Actually, I thought I just might have a picnic right here. Won't you join me? Sorry, I don't understand. What should we do? It's not like we need this exact spot, and we can't do anything with the other people around. Let's just move somewhere else. Oh, no, you idiots! Oh, crap. I'm sorry, we're in the middle of something, so we'll just be on our way. I've never seen or heard from again. What? Yep. This is a curse. Yep. The single thing about her that I don't really grasp right now is how she died on the first go-around. If she had that curse stone, and Oki had no curse stone, how did she die? But also, well, no, in the initial incarnation, that was a ways back. That was a ways back. In this timeline, it's when he died. At the same time, Oki did see... Yes, we have found the Wesker. Oki did see the lantern before that happened. I don't think he was possessed by the lantern, but it's possible the lantern user around was. Also, I'm fairly sure that the lantern is the spirit. So maybe he was possessed by the spirit, because they did say he had a naturally high spirit sense. So it's possible he was possessed by the spirit, and but simply that happening, he could have had a similar power? You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. This brings the story of the 7 mysteries of Honjo to a close. And who could have foreseen such a conclusion? Unfortunately, it seems the so-called mastermind was one step ahead of you. She remains hidden, leaving behind no evidence. Perhaps there's truly no way to stop her. However, should you find that this conclusion is not to your liking, by all means, please pursue a different path. You have done it once before, so I'm sure you already know how. With that, I shall be taking my leave. I've been your humble storyteller. Good night. Oh, he's left. Okay. The final puzzle of the game. It's gotta take place up here. This is the only time you interact with her. Before this. Before the, no, where's conclusion? Wherever the conclusion. Well, save it for posterity. It has to be him. I honestly cannot think of another way it could be anyone but him that has to do this. I'm gonna restart it. You go back to where it all started in a way. Yeah, very cyclical, you know. He's the only one that interacts with her, and the fact that she died is a mystery. But the fact that even when we got the soul dregs, it's still like, I don't know. It definitely all seems to tie back to this. Like, it wasn't super subtle by, like, let's say the midpoint, 3/4 point, that it's like, yeah, Yoko's the mastermind. Definitely. And when they narrowed it down to a female, it was like, yeah, 100% Yoko. Well, 1,000,000,000% Yoko. I honestly had no thoughts that it was going to be his daughter at all. That's like, it has to be Yoko. It has to be. Yeah. Oh no, we turned our back. Hello. Okay. Direction. All good people. Anything else around here? Oh, the playground. Cool. Flashback. I probably went back too far, but fine. The other thing. At least you're upfront about it. It just continues on. Okay. Like, yeah, apparently we do have spirit sense. Oh, okay. So that one just ends there. I doubt there was much. I mean, I guess this shows it's got a split here, but whatever. Wondering if she'll drop any hints here I wouldn't have noticed at the time. So, like, if in theory we end up being related to him and are possessed by him, which would be super lucky, and we get our hands on the wandering light, the beckoning light, wouldn't that fulfill the 3? But I don't think in his chapter we ever got our hands on it, and we didn't know about that at the time. And it is definitely a stretch and an assumption to say he's both possessed by him and the body, which, you know, it could happen, but it's not a guarantee. Like, at all. Mysteries of resurrection, yep. She lies about her dog here. But if she's being possessed by the spirit, that's definitely a lie, and she's already murdered somebody at this point. Like, straight up already murdered somebody. I mean, yes, he's trying to bring her back, but yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Wait. So something happened there. It wasn't awakening to a curse, but he definitely felt it. This is obviously a point where things matter. If we turn around, look around this way for a bit. Oh, guess I had to. Oh no! What could be behind me? Let's see anything out of the ordinary. Still, she looks really spooked. I guess she's making this up. Damn it, did I miss it? Okay. That's anything I should be frightened of. Maybe there's something there that I can't see. Hey, she's no condition to talk. Okay, so this goes that path then. Yeah. That just brings us down this path, where we just die. So we have to go that path, right? What was here again? This is the one which just kills us, right? I don't think this is it, but I'm trying to narrow down things, so I'm checking anyway. Why did she pass out then? Wig. Yeah, cool, great, alive. She's definitely not going to kill us. Oh, and he sends her home in a cab, yeah. And then it fast forwards to the end of the night and he's there dead. Okay, cool. Was definitely not that. Then I guess we take a nice long. Oh wait, we had to talk to her first, right? Yeah. I don't get this. Oh, did something happen? Yoko. So this path is just weird. Like, she definitely died to her own power, but we shouldn't be able to reflect that. We are definitely not the lantern's owner. Definitively not. Maybe we can have a... I don't know. It's the fact that the beckoning light shows up in this at all that really... Oh yeah, I forgot about the jump scare, thanks. It's just nonchalant, it's like, no, no jump scare. Well yeah, she wanted him dead anyway. She's the mastermind. So she definitely wanted him dead. Telephone booth, really? The only one we know that has the power to, like, reflect their curse back at them, I think. Hold on. What's the lantern? Kills by means of the curse they possess. One who has become a curse bearer. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Kills by means of the curse they possess. So it's basically a counterspell. It's a reflect. It's a reflect shield. Which is the only one we know of that could make her die to her own curse stone. That has to be her curse stone. It has to be. It can't be ours. We didn't awaken to it. She tried to kill us with it, and we reflected it. But we know we are not the person with the beckoning light. We know that. Beckoning light was Mayu, who then gave it to Susumi. And we saw her awaken to it when we saw her chapter bit. So, like, she definitely awakened to it. So, yeah. That's not... I don't think that's up for debate. But it also shows up here, for sure. The light, not the stone. Maybe shouldn't be long, gonna make a difference. Yep, she's definitely dead. She dead. But then we go around collecting drags, which clearly... Huh. Everyone else who gets the curse stone gets the, like, kill them all. This got a resurrect her. That is distinctly different too. The best I can figure is there has to be a way to play through this specific path. This is another thing that happened. Why did we get hit with that twice? What was that? Why did we get hit with this weird thing? The curse stone. Is it possible to not take the curse stone? I do not think that's the case. I think we have to take the curse stone. Yeah, prank, yeah. Not that it's weird that the surroundings stops here, but I think they wanted me to pick up the curse stone. So what was... Hold on. So that's all the words and whatnot that show up when he gets the stone, but it shows up before. And I kind of just glossed over it before, but that wasn't the stone talking to him then, because he hadn't touched it at that point. I just went with the it's him... Jump scare again, thank you. I just went with the it's him freaking out, which... Yeah, maybe it is just him freaking out. I didn't know if there was a... I didn't really pay attention to it before, so... Okay, I think it's just him freaking out. Well, then we continue on. It's done in a similar fashion, but I think that's just to symbolize him freaking the hell out, which is reasonable, I would say. None of this should matter because this is just Whispering Canal. Redstone Whispering Canal, use it to kill. Kill. Usual stuff. Alright. So now he shows up. And so does this. Huh? How's that? Looks like a light floating in midair. I'd be willing to bet that that tells me... I think that one went away when I killed him. Because I went full murder hobo. Because, you know... what the game was about. That's what I did. And it went away after that. So I'm guessing maybe that might be the indication we're on the right route as long as that continues to be around. Because it got closer when we talked to him. There. All out. Yeah, see, it definitely gets closer. Oh, am I supposed to... I don't know if we had that option last time. Yeah, I don't think we had that option before. Because I would have taken it. Ah, I was vastly overthinking things. Cool. When the body, soul, and mind of Simon Tsuchimikado have all been brought together, the rite of cleansing is activated, dispelling all rituals and curses. Well, to be fair, I was right, I just didn't know what amount of right I needed to be, if that makes... I was right, but it took the long way. My. Finally you have arrived at this juncture. I expected no less from you. That would mean that you have managed to bring everything to light. Though there is the possibility that you have wound up here by chance. So before I take you any further, I must ask you a number of questions. Okay. Hopefully I can answer these. But what exactly the soul, body, and mind of Simon Tsuchimikado are? Firstly, which curse echo represents the soul? See, that one I got. That's the beckoning light. Yes, that's exactly it. After his defeat at the hands of Ashino in the Honjo incident, Simon wandered around near Honjoni. The form of his curse echo changed over time with the legend he left behind. Shushiro sword. This is the curse echo which was acquired by Mayu Chozawa. But when called forth by Simon's body and mind, it appeared momentarily before him. Let's continue. Who served as the self of Simon Suki Mikado? Who is his body, his descendant, who carried his blood in their veins? How do you spell his heckin' name? We might get this wrong. I think it's Oki. However, it could absolutely be the dude. It could absolutely be him. Yumioka. Takumi. That's Taku. It could be Taku. I'm going with Oki. Correct again. Although Shogo Oki was born to an ordinary family, the blood of a distant relative ran thick in his veins. In truth, the same is true for Yoko Fukunaga. She was also one who had the blood of a distant relative coursing through her. In her case, it was Ashino. Simon and Ashino fated to meet again all these hundreds of years later. Now, for my final question. Who is the mind of Simon Suki Mikado? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to his. It's gotta be Oki as well, right? The only other person would be Taku. But that had to be those two, weird moments where he, got shocked. It was, awakening to that. I'm gonna say Oki again. I truly believe it is. Let's see, you believe it to be Oki? Okay. I'm afraid that's not it. The answer to this most important. Please answer once more. Then it has to be. There's only one other person it could be. I forgot his last name. Yumi Oka. Huh. Did they ever ask for my name? Saying you believe it to be yourself? You certain? Yes, you are correct. Finally, you have remembered. He uses your Steam name, I assume. That's right, you are. Simon's consciousness, awoken by the curses and the rite of resurrection. However, having lost your memories, you forgot about the duty assigned to you. This is, if I may say so, where I played my part, guiding you through the events of this story. As your consciousness was all that was left of you, you manipulated time and space by way of this story chart, jumping from vessel to vessel, and manipulated your host's actions by whispering commands into their ears. In doing so, you were able to get the full picture of what needed to be done. But at one point, while still unconscious, you managed to remember your duty. The so-called mastermind behind these events, the one who awakened to the right and the curses, was Yoko Fukunaga, descendant of Ashino herself. You unconsciously activated her curse and killed her. How interesting that she awakened to Simon's consciousness at the same time as the curses. Was that the one and only time she could have been stopped? But due to your influence on Shogo Oki's will, Yoko Fukunaga was brought back to life. Using the story chart to undo her death, it led you to believe that it was the work of the Rite of Resurrection itself. But as it turns out, seeing what would transpire if the mastermind was not killed at the onset is what ultimately revealed the way to put an end to the curses for good. There were certain things which would have answered all your questions had you noticed them. For example, even while under your control, Shogo Oki willingly used his curses. Oh, I always did it intentionally. I never noticed. I always was like, yeah, curse him, murder. I never tried the peaceful route. When I asked you earlier on how many Shogo Okis had killed, this is what I meant. Had you not used the curse, Shogo Oki would have done so of his own accord. Furthermore, Mayu Shozawa was able to recall information which only you knew. She was able to do this because she was connected to you through her curse echo, the beckoning light. Yeah, that checks out too. She was the only one that could get information from other things. Times. He was so into Yoko, yeah. If you kill yourself or not. Oh, interesting. Since I did all the killing, he didn't kill anyone. If I had killed no one, he would have killed everyone. Okay. Now, allow me to ask you one last question. If you, knowing all that you now know, had the ability to resurrect one life, what would you do? Oh, it's gotta be that. Destroy it. Oh, I see. That was Simon's original intention. I apologize for leaving it out of the options when I first asked you this question. Now, it is time to bring things to a close. Upon your arrival here, the rite of cleansing was activated, dispelling all other rituals and curses. Look upon the fruit of your efforts, and then we shall leave this world behind for good. Thank you, truly, for all the work you have done. This also means if this timeline continues, both the cops are alive. Unless they stub their toes and get infected or something. That's what happened. I can't believe it. I finally understand. Yeah, I was the one who did that to Yoko. The blood of the Onmyoji that's inside me broke into my consciousness and gave me that curse. Yoko was after the Rite of Resurrection. She was the one who awakened the curse of the 7 mysteries. And cast the Feast of Shadows. And the only way to stop all of it was to put a stop to her here. Otherwise, the Rite of Cleansing might have been negated too. I wonder how much of it was really her doing, all those things. Yoko. I guess that explains why I felt like it was fate when this all started. Though she didn't seem to notice. I guess things were always destined to end like this from the moment we met. Wish we could have met under different circumstances. No point in thinking like that now. God, I need a drink. Thinking, a Moscow Mule, or 2 or 3? Haruo Shigema. Ma'am, what is it? Just a dream. Seems that it was all just a dream. I dreamt that there was such a thing as the Rite of Resurrection. Just a dream. Sorry to say it, but there isn't. Right, of course not. But even if there is no such thing, I promise you that I will get to the bottom of the kidnapping. In fact, I've happened to find a very important lead from over a year ago. Something that's evaded our reach until now, an eyewitness from the scene of the kidnapping. See. Tetsuo Susumi. Ah, yeah, they would find the body. Whoa, 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 what the hell is this? The medical unit told me to get down here. What? Oh, so they were the ones who were called. What happened? As I was looking into Yoshimi's death at the former Yasuda Gardens, another body was discovered at a different park in the area. Could they be related? Sure, it looks like it, but... Excuse me, we found this among the victim's belongings. Thought you'd want to know. What's this? What the hell? Boss, look what's in the female victim's address book. Yoshimi's phone number and photo. What? The picture. There's an X drawn on it and a bunch of weird symbols and a hole where his heart would be. You think, I mean, could this be some kind of curse or something? How many times do I have to tell you not to try to connect everything to the occult? Damn it. Is this a Nakaoshi case after all? What was that, boss? Don't worry about it. Make sure you put that photo into evidence. There's no doubt this is related to Yoshimi. Make sure you do a thorough sweep of the area. I'm going to make a phone call. Got it. Leave it to me. Spend as long as you want on the phone. Yako Sakazaki. Doesn't this mean Yako is still possessed, though? Because that was a separate thing. You know, it turns out Michio really did die in an accident. Yeah, if we ask around, we might be able to get a little more information. Guess there never really was such a thing as the Rite of Resurrection. But I did feel like there was a spirit watching over us. Damn it, why? Nothing's happening. But now my contract won't be... No! I should never have believed in this blasted record of fates. Yeah, I don't really care if anything bad happens to him. Like, at all. He was a schmuck the whole time. To all of you watching from far, far away. The Rite of Resurrection has never existed. Not in any world, not in any time. So I ask you to take the life you hold and move boldly forward one step at a time. Richter, why is out? Do you want to question him? Hang on, Ario. I want to get enough evidence for a search warrant. Let him go for now, and I'll follow him. It's the kidnapper. Okay, so they do end up resolving the case. That's good. Even though he didn't die, they still end up resolving it, presumably. Yeah, yes, I'm the one who did it. Okay, cool. So some things still happen. So please help me. Which means that they do exercise Yako. She's always following me. Okay, cool. I was wondering. So sorry, Michio. I had no idea. What? Hajime was killed by this Yoko Fukunaga? How can that be? He wasn't the kind of guy who could just be picked off like that. You know that. Yeah, and boss is hiding something. Oh, yeah, he wasn't let in on the whole secret. Seems to be some kind of secret hidden in Hajime's family tree. Let me see if I can find out what it is. Because it would definitely seem like he was killed for absolutely nothing now. Oh, okay. I'd heard you would be absent today. Is there something you need? Well, I seem to have this spirit sense thing all of a sudden. I know it's the sort of thing our chairwoman doesn't approve of, so I thought I'd mention it. Could have called. Didn't think you were the standoffish type. I had to find out from a why. Oh, sorry. Forgot all about my favorite chief inspector. How are you planning? Nothing so heinous as you're thinking. Only Makoto Ashiyama, after all. Nothing but a lowly janitor. How are things with you? You getting along with your daughter? I definitely don't trust him, but he's definitely more harmless without a nuke. Well, you know, more or less. He's not harmless at all, actually, but like... I don't like that he's out and about, but... They really got nothing on him now. He hasn't done anything. Since parole. He's done plenty, just not since parole, presumably. Oh, absolutely, yeah. That was way too much power for any person. It was way too much power for him. Now we let the credits roll. Now that we hit the true credits, we let these roll. That was really good. That was really good, and I wish I was better at the puzzles, but besides that, that's a me thing. The music was really good, the character designs were great, the writing was obviously good. The music really just varied a ton, and all of it was good. The big epic, like, hype music, like when serious stuff was happening, clearly very, very good. I'm glad everybody but the mastermind lives. I like that the true route is the route that you start on, and they go, no, 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 no. That's not... Yeah. I wish they did a little more with it, but there were only so many options. So, like, you could only do so many things with the options menu when you only had so many options, and most of them were actual options. So, like... But it did a good job with it. Yeah. Fair, you're right. Yeah, very good game, very good story. Not an expensive price. Good all around. Also, 3 games this year that have explicitly spoken to me. This is 3 now that have explicitly spoken to me. Focus on doing cool stuff here to make it be a good story. Fair. I haven't played a lot of others, so I can't speak for others. But yeah, that would make sense. They get too distracted with that. Yeah, the Wesker strikes out swing 1, and then we resurrect her by messing with the timeline. Yeah, that's pretty good. It is pretty good. The first thing that happens in the game is we kill the Wesker. What if the game does that, huh? What if the game has you kill Wesker turn 1, but then rewinds it? Yeah. I really liked a lot of the character writing. Like, not all of them were good people, but they all felt like fleshed out characters. With the exception of maybe the art girl. Really weird that she just super passionately wanted to resurrect this one artist, but I don't know. I haven't been in that family situation, and I haven't taken solace in art, so like, I don't know. I can understand the concept of how she'd become so focused on one artist, even if I think it's stupid from my point of view. Correct. Yeah. For sure, that seems to be the case, and like that really came into light when she was having that final talk with her dad, where she explained that. Collect all files, complete the story, reach Shoga Oki's ending. Oh, I bet you if we're missing a trophy, it's all the birds. Oh, do they not just show all the achievements anymore? Yeah, I'm sure we're missing the birds, because I didn't find all the birds. So we got like an hour left. Did we do anything for the hour? I mean, I don't really want to go bird hunting for the hour.